This world is now mine.
Oh, well, mine's Fox and Ryan's. Again, I'm with Fox, and I just finished episode 13, and I believe it is the season finale of Overlord, which this is player versus player, which I went back and finished Massacre, because again, like the last time I watched it, the last 10 minutes, the last like couple minutes ended, and the last like 10 minutes or so like ended, and it ended right when Irons, it cut off and I couldn't watch it, but basically Irons says to Stronov, join me. And I'm like, fuck yeah! And I'm like, fuck yeah! Like, he's probably gonna decline, but maybe he will join him. Maybe he will. And I believe it was continuing to the next one. Or no, I think it still continues the same one. But in that episode, Stronov basically, and like Irons basically says, watch. He snaps his fingers, all of the, what are called baby ghosts, the giant monsters with all the mouths, stop, and he goes, join me, and I won't kill anyone else. That is it. I won't kill anyone else if you join me. And I'm like, fudge, yeah, you're pushing him against a corner. You're telling him that he should join you, lest he'll let all these other people die. Yes, that is exactly what should happen. And I was so on board for it. And then Stronov had to fucking go and die. Son of a bitch! But, fun, honestly, I was really broken up when that happened, because Stronov says, I can't. He says, I won't give in, but I challenge you to a fight, Sorcerer King. And basically says like a whole thing that he should die doing his job, honor that he won't go back against the king he swore to, and all this, or a king he owes, even though he technically still owes Lord Ainz as well. And the thing is, Ainz goes, you know you'll die, right? And he even goes, yeah, I know I'm gonna die, but let me at least fight you. Let me fight you to go out doing my job. And I'm like, fuck, no. And like even like the guy says, and Stronov says, guys, don't bring me back if I die. And Ainz even makes sure that they can't bring him back. But oh my god, it hurts so much. And again, this is why I like this more than One Punch Man. Because in One Punch Man, you'll have the same thing where you have, oh, I'm the super awesome big bad guy, and I'm gonna fight you, One Punch Man. And like you're gonna have like stuff like with Kamen Rider or some stuff like that. And then in the end, bad guy gets blown up, and then that's kind of it. Move on to the next episode, next joke. It means something, even though Ainz is the main character, so he's technically the bad guy, technically. But he goes in and like that the fight is so like you see like Ainz what is it? Fuck, what is his name? Blue-haired guy, Sonic. Fuck, what was his name? Brain's like, let me fight with you, and Stromp's like, no. You're gonna disgrace my honor like that? No. And I'm like, you know what? I hate the cliche of honor in a lot of things. Like, it's kind of stupid. It's like, I'm going to die for my honor. Your honor isn't worth that shit. Your honor isn't worth dying for or giving your word to this guy who's going to break it. It's not worth that shit. But, Stronov, I'm like, you know what? Stronov is the one character who I will say, okay, fine. I will believe you actually have true honor, and in a sense, he kind of has a plan, even though Ainz kind of undermines that immediately after his death. But, Stronov basically goes, fuck, fight me. Stronov goes, alright, I'm gonna fight. And basically says, you guys, just watch my final moments. And they go, Ainz goes, alright, I'll honor this deal. And he's like, can I have your sword? And Stronov goes, This is a treasured heirloom of the kingdom. And Ainz like, fair enough. And I'm like, it's not like some kind of like, Ainz isn't some kind of like, ooh, like evil, like dumb enemy, like, oh, I'm gonna steal that. No, he's like, he respects him. There's honor in that. That is honor. There is respect in that. And I'm someone who doesn't really believe in respect. I believe in treating everyone kindly. Treating everyone kindly, and if you be an a-hole to someone, fuck you. But, I'm sorry, I'm swearing a lot of this because this really got me emotional. But But Ainz goes, fine. Ainz goes, all right, fine. So they go to fight, and you see Stronach, the one guy, Climb rings the bells to initiate the fight. Stronach runs, goes, "Ah!" And just immediately everything freezes, turns gray. Ainz just walks up to him and goes, and Ainz even says that, like, the sword you have, that could possibly kill me. It could, if you know how to use it exactly. But, of course not, but goes up there and just goes, true death. And I think he says he even feels sorry for this. He feels sorry that they had to come to this. Uses true death, which is a magic spell so powerful that it cancels out resurrection in any capacity, it seems, almost, unless it's like, probably like the only person who could probably revive Stronach is Ainz, but he won't do that because he literally, because he gave him his word. He gave his word that he would not bring Stronach back. So, kills Stronach there. Stronach dies, like, instantly. There's no pain. I hope there wasn't. No pain, just dies. Ainz even seems broken up about it when he lays his body down and closes Stronach's eyes. Climb and Brain are they're tore up, and basically Ainz says, Tell your king to give me Irantel, and I won't kill anyone else. Ainz turns, walks away. He even does what he said that he wasn't gonna do, and he stops all the baby goats, the giant mouth monsters, and makes them go. And he said, tell them that I just want Irantel. That's it. Take the kingdom. That's it. And if you don't do that, I'm gonna send all my monsters to kill you all. And leaves. Like, he leaves that battlefield, even though he still leaves with a pile of dead bodies. He does leave the field and kills no one else that day. Everyone at the kingdom is like, when the news gets back to the kingdom, everyone's like, really, like, we have to give up the kingdom. We have to. And the king's like, and the king is even, because again, this is what I like about this. The king even goes, like, the king is broken up about Stronach's death, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, he's like, royal guardian. Like, he just says that to himself as he looks down sad. And, like, he even looks depressed later on when he's just sitting in his room just looking down. I'm assuming thinking of Stronach. And I'm just like, god damn. I'm like, fuck, god damn it, don't make me cry. Don't try to make me freaking cry right now. Fuck, like, I've watched, like, stuff like Steven Universe and other stuff. There's only one show. There's one show that made me, this show didn't make me cry, but there's only one show that did make me cry, like, multiple times and profusely, and that's Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann is that good of an anime. But that's the one thing, and this, honestly, I'm putting up there close to some of my favorite animes. Overlord is one of my favorite animes. Gurren Lagann is my top. Overlord, Code Geass, like those are some of my top animes. And the funny thing is, this has a lot to do with Code Geass too, because because basically then everything is handed over to Ainz. Ainz comes in with his army of Death Knights. He comes in riding on one of those gondola things that, like, the people, like, hold. You see, like, the Egyptians holding. He comes in riding one of those suckers. And then, what was it? He comes in riding one of those gondola fuckers. And then, like, Albedo's leading the charge. And a little kid throws a rock at the Death Knights. And the Death Knights go, hey there, little dead thing. Even though I'm sure that kid wasn't going to die at it. But, Death Knights reaching in. Little mother comes up and goes, no, he didn't mean it, he's sorry. And Albedo goes, anyone who goes against Lord Ainz is going to die. And she picks up her axe, is about to swing it down, but the axe is then knocked out of her hand. I believe it's knocked out of her hand, or at least blocked. No, a sword stabs in between them. And who is it but Momon? AKA, the, Pandora's actor? I believe that was his name. Pandora's actor. I believe that was his name. As Momon. But Momon appears, and I'm like, oh my god. this is the ending of Code Geass. But if Lelouch hired Zero. And I'm like, holy shit, it's the end of Code Geass! And it is! It literally is the ending of Code Geass! But continued! And as if, you know, a certain something doesn't happen. But I'm like, oh my god, it's Code Geass! And I'm like, fuck, and I'm thinking like, wait a second. Ein's all gone, wears purple, accents of gold, becomes king, and then he also has a masked vigilante side who helps out this and fights against who's gonna fight against the king, which they even bring up. Well, basically, I'm like, oh my god, it's like Code Geass! It's like Code Geass! Fuck yes! Yeah, I'm like, fuck yes! Not saying it's, oh god, I love this. I love this show so goddamn much. But, Albedo basically goes, but one, the Pandora's actor as Momon goes, a man will never marry you if you're like that. And Albedo's like, what did you just, oh, who are you, mysterious hero that I'm going to murder? And basically, it looks like the Pandora's actor and Albedo are gonna fight each other. Momon says he's gonna fight. He's gonna protect the village or whatnot. But Ainz basically says, Ainz comes in, touches Albedo, whispers something to her, and Albedo's like, "Oh, okay, I get it now." And then goes, "How about this instead? You join us and become our like sheriff." And then Momon goes, I don't enforce unjust laws. And Albedo's like, no, we are going to be fair and just and whatnot. And other than that, and if you don't do that, we're going to be, have to kill a bunch of people. And Momon's like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Which, if you haven't seen Code Geass, go see it. But there is kind of a similar idea going on between sharing a mask of a rebellion. Because later on in the episode, Albedo and basically this then has all the people like, oh, he's on our side. Momon's on our side. The great Orichalcum, Adamantian hero, he's on our side. We're safe. And the thing is, like, when that happened, like Albedo later on, like because we see as they're walking towards the main chamber to go to their king, the Sorcerer King, Albedo's talking and they're like, see, now that we have Momon on our side, well, we have Momon on our side, the people of Irantel are quieter. They're docile, knowing Momon is protecting them. And if they do want to rebel, they'll most likely rebel under the flag of Momon, which then means we have control over that. And I'm like, yep, this is Code Geass. But if the king won, this is if the character at the end stayed king and also stayed a rebellion leader. That's the best I could say. That's the best I could say. Oh, God. Fudge. Code Geass is awesome. But this, by God, it's beautiful. Again, and the thing is, like, as soon as I saw Mom, I'm like, oh, they were going to use Stronov for this. Stronov was originally probably going to be what they were going to use for this plan. But because Stronov went against it, backup plan is Momon. Momon. And not to mention, this also separates anyone thinking that Momon is Ainz, except for the people who know and that he admitted to. But yeah, it's freaking beautiful. This episode was awesome. I loved this episode. I felt it was fudge me when Stronov died. I'm like, fudge, no. But Brain says that he's going to he's going to grow stronger than Stronov ever was and try to fight using the magic sword that apparently can hurt Ainz, assuming he was even telling the truth. And he was just like, trying to make Stronov think he had a move at least to kind of like, maybe this will feel heartless. I don't know. But even though Ainz basically does say like, you know you won't win. You just know it. But fuck. he died, and again, like, now you have this, and then, like, you have everyone, which is cool, because now it's, like, almost the same scene as, the beginning of the story. The beginning of the story where all of the Guardians kneel before Ainz, and Ainz says, they say, you have taken over the kingdom, you have started the kingdom stuff. Is like, yes, and they all say, my king, and stuff like that, and Ainz goes, you are all the children of my best friends. I see you all as the children of my best friends. You never need to call me king, just Ainz. And of course, they all go, yes, Lord Ainz. And I just love it. The music is playing in the main theme song is playing in the background. You just hear it as it swells, it grows bigger, and goes, this is the big. And again, Gilgamesh is freaking out because he expected Ainz to kill 7,000 people. And again, that is higher rate of kill than their gods. But he killed 70,000. And the thing was, that was when he stopped killing. That wasn't the max of his killing. That's when he stopped killing. And Gilgamesh is freaking out because he's going insane because he's like, I can't even fathom how we're going to fight this guy. And Ainz raises into the staff. Ainz will go and it says, this is the that is, goddamn. And this is the beginning of the sorcerer's kingdom. But Ainz will go. But, oh god. It's so good. This episode's so awesome. I think this is the end of the season, which sucks if it is. Which I think it is. Yeah, I think it literally ended with Overlord 3. Oh god, I need to... I've been slacking on reading the books. I need to start reading the books because now I need to catch up. I need to read 9 books. Well, then again, I think this show started in 2014. Did it start in 2014? Maybe it didn't. I think it started earlier. I can't remember. All I know is that it seems like they're really following the books, so you kind of got to wait for the books to be written. Maybe book 10 and all the other ones had been already written, which, if that's the case, cool. Yeah, in that case, cool, sweet. I'm not sure how long it takes, but I wouldn't want them to rush this. I wouldn't want them to do what Brotherhood did, what Game of Thrones is kind of doing right now. Not what Brotherhood did. What Fullmetal Alchemist, the first series, did, as well as what Game of Thrones is kind of doing right now. Where, even though Game of Thrones is alright, and stuff, it's pretty good. But it's like, okay, we or like what Naruto does with filler. No, fuck no. But, the idea is that basically, like, they go off script. They're like, okay, the book isn't, our stories aren't done yet, so we're just gonna make up our own. But you kind of have, like, a different writers and doing it, and then it's like, it's not the same. It's not the same story. Or everything that was set up is put towards something else. Where, luckily enough, at least in Fullmetal Alchemist, we had Brotherhood, which kind of fixed fix on it and, finish the story completely. While, but yeah, like, just stuff like that. Like, I hope they don't rush this, and I hope they do let them write the book, and I'll just, have to read the story, which I'm fine with. But, which they're really nicely and pretty awesome and well written. But, yeah, this was a good show. This is a good series. This is a good season. I love this. And yeah, this has to be the season finale. But this was so good. I loved it. I can't wait to see more. I want to get the little the Nerdroid, I think they're called. Nedroid, I don't know what they are. I want to get the one of Ainz Oola. I want to get it. It's like $200 and something. I'm going to save up. I want to get it. I want to get that goddamn thing. I want to put it on my shelf somewhere. Put it right there, probably next to Steven Universe, or maybe like on the front. Maybe I'll put him up there. I don't know. But I want more. I want Ainz Oola on this shelf. I want that little figure. But, and if that's the only Nerdroid I ever get, that's fine. But by God, yeah. This show is awesome. This might be one of my favorite animes ever. And again, like, it's exploring kind of a similar idea of kind of the ending of Code Geass. a little bit. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of a similar idea. But it's actually going to explore it fully at the end. Even though I like the ending of Code Geass, but this feels like it's going to explore it fully at the end. And I like that. And again, this was the thing where I'm like, no, Strode up! I don't think One Punch Man could ever match this show. No, couldn't. But, it's a fun show, don't get me wrong, but it can't match this. Oh, God. But anyways, I like this. This was awesome. I love this show. Love this series. Gonna keep reading the books. And hopefully we'll see what happens next. But either way, thank you so much for watching. True videos that I've done. Links are on my face. Description around there somewhere. Please check out my other videos. Thank you all who have joined me on this little adventure. And hopefully we'll be able to review some more episodes soon. But thanks for watching my videos. And we will.
The Sorcerer King has taken his throne. The kingdom is ours. All hail to the king!